Let's go to Randy. He's in Tennessee. You're on Free Talk Live, Randy, with Ian, Johnny Ray, and Mark.
How you guys doing today?
Hey, Randy, go ahead with your thoughts.
Oh, okay. First off, I was listening to the last caller, and I was just going to say some of the points he made were pretty good. You guys always seem to suck up to the powers that be. It must be because you're all fags. You guys look like fags.
Wow, Randy, that's really brilliant and very intelligent.
Are you at the cam at cam.freetalklive.com?
Am I what?
At the cam.
What's the cam?
Do you have a problem with gay people?
How would you know what we look like if you're not watching us on the cam?
Because I went to gayporn.com and I see you guys on there all the time.
But I'm saying those people have not written me a check. Calling me gay doesn't insult me.
Yeah.
Because I don't think gay people are bad.
I like
Randy.
gay people. What do you have against gay people?
Jerks, I think, are bad.
Because you're gay.
That's all you got, huh? All right, I'm tired of it. 855-450-FREE. That's 855-450-3733. Man, I thought the "you're gay" insult went out in 5th grade. I don't know if I've heard it since then.
In 5th grade, we called them gayfers.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Admittedly, I did go to a Christian school. Perhaps we were a little,
I see.
sectioned
Toned
off. I don't
down
know.
a bit,
I don't
perhaps.
know.
Well,
Yeah.
It hurts me to be called a fag.
Why is that?
Do you think it's going to get you any less booty?
Well, no, but I just didn't like it. I was not expecting that from Randy.
It was very rude. The toll-free number is 855-450-FREE.
Also
I guess
said
I'm
we
the only
sucked
one
up-
in the room that's been. I've been called gay so many times that it really can just slide right off the back.
Let's go to Pete in Long Beach. You're on Free Talk Live. Hey, Pete.
I'll slide something off your
Hey, how
back.
you doing?
Hey, Pete. Go ahead.
Anyway, yeah, I think it's crazy that they're going to put up a no bullying thing. You know what? What about my civil rights? Because I'm a conservative.
Whoa, who? What? No bullying? What are you talking about? Can you give us some context here? Who's they and who's putting it up?
The homosexual community. They want to suppress my freedom of speech by calling me a bully for backing up my belief in Jesus Christ and publicly saying that.
Okay, so you are actually somebody who, right after we just got off the line with that other guy, we got another homophobe on the line here. What is the problem you have with gay people, sir?
I think that they're ungodly, and when I was watching my film class at college, you know what? There's this Turkish film we saw for film class that it not only had this Turkish political prisoner chick making out with this German chick. That was the first incident of sodomy. But you know what? The mom condoned it. She supported it. And it's godless and it's inappropriate.
So just to be clear, at least you're consistent. You do not like male on male gayness, and you also do not like female on female gayness.
No, I don't. I don't like the pornography industry because I think the thing him calling you a fag, you know what? That's stupid. That's like it's a straw man insult. I don't agree with you, so I'm gonna say you're ugly. It has no bearing on the context.
That much we can agree on, Pete. I'll tell you that. I'm interested to learn more about your perspective here because we've heard you call previously, and you got the name Pugnacious, Pete, from your sort of positions about violence, where you're advocating violence. I'm glad we can talk about something different with you here. So if you don't mind, hang on, Pete. Let's talk about why it is that you think something is wrong with gay people. I'd really like to know more about that here in moments, so we'll hold him through the news. The toll-free number is 855-450-FREE. You may take control of the airwaves here. 855-450-3733. And maybe you want to talk to Pete. We can arrange that. This is Free Talk Live. If you're just tuning in, we had Pete on the line a moment ago, and he says that he doesn't like gay people because they are ungodly. I believe that was a word that you used. And you said that your free speech is being oppressed or suppressed by gay people in some way. Can we address the first issue first? Why is it that you believe gay people are ungodly?
Well, first off, let me make something clear. I don't advocate violence. I advocate self-defense. If somebody tries to hurt you or somebody else you can reasonably help, that's the only reason you have a right to use whatever.
So that's another issue entirely. But let's keep focused on the issue that you brought up, which was gay people. So go ahead.
The homosexual community with their anti-bullying junk and their you're a bigot or you're this and that. That's a violation of my civil liberties.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Whoa. Hold on. What is anti-bullying junk? Are you saying you're in favor of bullying?
I'm not in favor of bullying, but don't call it something it's not. Saying that somebody's a bully because they have a belief system that's against what the homosexual community is trying to promote. That
I don't
doesn't make
think
them a bully.
someone's belief system defines them as a bully. Usually it's their actions that define them as a bully. Bullies are typically threatening or physically harming other human beings.
Yeah, I think that it's the wrong thing to do to suggest somebody who disagrees with you is a bully. But I also
That's exactly what they're doing.
But I think that some of them do and some of them don't.
Right, we've got a gay guy in here every Monday night, and I've never heard him complain about anything like that.
No.
But
you know what? Here's the problem with it. You know what? They're branding all of us Christians as we're hate mongers. That's hate speech, and they're trying to erode our First Amendment.
I've never heard a gay person tell me that.
Let me do a little
Christians.
Christian branding here, if I could. It's not that I've spoken to every Christian, but I have noticed in the Christian community, if we're going to just use sweeping generalizations here, a real concern about the sin of being gay as opposed to every other sin. Now, you live in the world, right? And the world is full of sin. That's what this place is about. Now, what I don't hear the Christian community doing is making a big fuss about beer commercials or women in bikini on TV or all. Yeah, I'm not saying you don't say that, but you didn't call in about it, right? Like the thing you called in about is the gay people are calling me a bully. Well, that's because you're talking about gay people. You're not talking about women in bikinis on TV. And that's because the Christian community has a focus on sodomy as a sin. Like they're really concerned about this.
The real Christian community, not the mega church publicity junk, but the people that are going to do all of the King James Bible, all or nothing. You know what? They hate pornography. We're against drug abuse. We're against abortion. We're against a whole bunch of issues. I mean.
Now wait, just to be clear, are you against drug abuse or drug use?
Drug use, if you use it as medicine, that's fine, but it becomes idolatry if you use it for any reason but medicinal use. And
what about alcohol?
Alcohol, if you know your limit's 4 and you have 5, that's when it's a sin.
Okay. What about
nothing wrong with drinking wine?
So it's okay to
Jesus is cool with wine.
To mellow out with a glass of wine. It's not okay to mellow out with a joint, right?
There's Satan in that joint.
Whoever said you're mellowing out, when it becomes more than a drink and it becomes Satan. A crutch, that's when it's idolatry.
Well, so now what you're talking about is the difference between alcohol abuse and alcohol use. And my question is can you do drug use without doing drug abuse? You seem to have an inconsistency here.
Okay, are you in pain? Do you what drug are we talking about?
Do you need to do you need to be in pain?
I don't drink alcohol because my teeth hurt. I drink alcohol because I want to relax a little bit. So if the drug helps me to relax a little bit, then the drug's doing what I want it to do.
That's called idolatry if you're intoxicated.
So any alcohol use, you need to be consistent.
Sorry, Johnny Ray, try that again.
Idolatry, Pete, is worshiping idols.
And that's when you're addicted. Addiction is when you're controlled by it and when you worship it. That's okay. If you want to have a cocktail when you come home to relax, there's nothing wrong with that.
What if I want a half a joint?
And you're drunk. Half a joint. Do you have cancer? If you have cancer, that's fine. If you don't,
why is it okay? I'm confused, Pete. Why is it okay in your mind to relax with a glass of wine, but it's not okay to relax with a half of a joint?
Well, I mean, are you intoxicated?
Are you intoxicated when you're relaxed with your glass of wine? Isn't the purpose of drinking wine to intoxicate yourself?
Pete likes wine.
Not at all. You can be relaxed without being drunk.
I didn't say drunk. I didn't say drunk. I said relaxed.
Well,
you could be tipsy.
Well,
is being tipsy?
That's with the joint.
No. Hold on. Is being tipsy the same thing as being drunk in your mind?
Yes, it is.
It is. Okay, so what comes before drunk? What level of intoxication comes before drunk to you?
Well, I think if you're a little drunk, you're still drunk. So I don't know about all the science.
I don't know about you, Pete, but I can't get through a glass of wine without being tipsy. I can't. What about you?
Okay, then drink half a glass.
Okay.
I see.
Or don't drink at all.
The only consistency I'm looking for you here, Pete, is that you're hating on the pot smokers while you're loving on the alcohol users. The fact is that any consumption...
Pete claims he's never gone too far with alcohol.
Any consumption of alcohol is mind-altering. any consumption of marijuana is mind-altering. The Bible
God
says
bless it.
fine things about alcohol. It says nothing about marijuana.
I think it does say something about like planting things and using God's plants or whatever.
Yeah, it's pretty clear about it.
But yeah, it does say, it does refer to alcohol and it leads to debauchery and stuff. But that isn't, that can be transcribed onto using narcotics. It can be transcribed onto hallucinogens.
Pete, when's the last time you had a little bit too much alcohol?
Not for a while, actually.
What's a while?
Very long time. Years.
Years. Okay. All right. And when's the last time you drank alcohol? Any amount of it.
No wonder you're so angry.
I have some wine.
Have a joint.
Wait. You're having wine right now?
No, I had some the other day.
The other
I didn't
day.
get drunk, and I didn't get tipsy.
Not tipsy.
And you can enjoy a beverage, and relax without being intoxicated. So don't give me that junk that if you drink a wine and it's like you're doing cocaine or pot or whatever. If you're using it for any reason but medical problems, you're in pain, then it is idolatry and it's wrong.
Wait a minute. I'm just curious to know more about your beliefs on. I realize we started talking about gay people, and now we're off on substance abuse and substance use. I'm curious as to how this became.
Many problems.
Wait. Just slow down, Pete. Where did this arbitrary line get drawn for you? Was it Pete who decided this, or was it like your pastor who decided that you can't have more alcohol than to get to the point of being able to feel the alcohol, basically? Like you can't notice its effects, essentially? Is that kind of your rule? Is that your line in the sand, so to speak?
I don't play with it, but you know what? I'll tell you. When you're drunk, that's when it becomes idolatry. And if you're drunk. Don't give me that junk that, I'm just tipsy or I'm not.
Oh, I know when I'm drunk. I just don't believe it's idolatry. I mean, I know what idolatry is. Idolatry is putting your hand over your heart and saying a prayer to a piece of fabric. I know what idolatry is.
He's saying it owns you. He's saying you worship it.
No, it's not. I mean, like, the Bible's very clear. Baal was this gold calf. God killed some, like, if the Bible wants me to know what idolatry is, it needs to be very clear that drug consumption's idolatry, and it's not. This is just made-up crap by modern Christians.
Hey, Pete, thanks for the call, man. I do appreciate the conversation tonight. I like gay people. They've always been nice to me.
Idolatry is finding a little wooden or metal thing and calling it God and worshiping it.
And I like to get a little bit tipsy. I don't like to get drunk. I think there's a difference between the two. I don't like to be puking or having a
I haven't
bad
smoked
time.
marijuana in a long, long time.
There's more coming up here in moments, and I don't think there's anything wrong with altering your state of consciousness. What do you think? This is Free Talk Live.
Free Talk Live, 7 nights a week from 7 to 10 Eastern, live on the Liberty Radio Network at LRN.FM.